In a world before history, before humans, before even the first civilizations dreamed of monsters, two kings ruled the ancient earth. One ruled the land like an unstoppable war machine. The other ruled water like a prehistoric nightmare rising from the deep. Sharp teeth, massive jaws, killer instincts honed over millions of years. But here's the question that has haunted scientists for decades. If these two titans ever met, who would actually win? Because what you thought you knew about T-Rex might be wrong. And what you think you know about Spinosaurus is probably even more surprising. This is not just about dinosaurs fighting. This is about evolution, survival, and the brutal physics of being the perfect predator. And by the end of this video, you might never see dinosaurs the same way again. For decades, pop culture told us a simple story. T-Rex was the undisputed king of dinosaurs. Huge skull, bone-crushing bite, slow but unstoppable. Meanwhile, Spinosaurus was often portrayed as just another giant predator. But science doesn't care about movies. Science keeps digging, literally. And every new fossil discovery has been rewriting this ancient rivalry. So let's start with the dinosaur everyone thinks they know best. The tyrant lizard king. T-Rex was built like a biological tank. Around 40 feet long. Massive tail for balance. Legs engineered for power rather than speed. But the real weapon was the head. T-Rex had one of the strongest bites ever measured in land animals. Some estimates suggest bite forces exceeding 8 tons of pressure. That's enough to crush bone like dry wood. Scientists found fossilized T-Rex bite marks embedded deep inside the bones of other dinosaurs. Not just hunting, but eating everything. Bone, marrow, muscle, everything. Nothing was wasted in a prehistoric world where energy meant survival. But here's where things get interesting. Because T-Rex wasn't necessarily a speed demon. It likely ran at moderate speeds, fast enough to hunt, not fast enough to chase marathon prey. Which means T-Rex was less like a sprinter, and more like a tactical ambush predator. Wait, keep that thought. Because Spinosaurus was built for an entirely different battlefield. For nearly a century, Spinosaurus was one of the most mysterious dinosaurs ever discovered. In fact, for decades, scientists didn't even have complete skeletons. Then something happened. War destroyed the original fossils during World War II, which meant Spinosaurus became almost mythical. Until new discoveries in North Africa changed everything. And what scientists found shocked the world. Because Spinosaurus was not just a giant predator. It was a semi-aquatic killing machine. Spinosaurus was enormous, possibly longer than T-Rex. But instead of being built like a land hunter, Spinosaurus looked like something between a crocodile, a heron, and a dragon from deep time. The most famous feature was the sail on its back. Scientists still debate its purpose. Temperature regulation? Display for mating? Or intimidation? But the real revolution came from its body structure. Spinosaurus had dense bones. Dense bones help animals stay submerged in water. Modern crocodiles have similar adaptations. Then scientists examined its tail. And this changed everything. Because the tail wasn't just for balance. It was shaped like a giant paddle. Meaning Spinosaurus could likely swim powerfully through rivers, chasing fish at high speed. Imagine a 40-foot predator hunting like a giant prehistoric crocodile, but faster and smarter. So now we have two monsters. One is a bone-crushing land war machine. The other is a stealth aquatic hunter. But here's where internet debates usually go wrong. Because real science doesn't ask who would win in a movie-style arena fight. Science asks, where would they fight? Environment matters more than strength. And in nature, location is often the difference between life and death. If the fight happened on land, T-Rex likely has the advantage. Why? Powerful legs, more muscular build, and that legendary bite force. Spinosaurus, on land, may have been slower and less agile. Its body was optimized for water movement, not land combat. But if the fight happened in water, the situation flips. Spinosaurus could use its swimming advantage. T-Rex was not built for aquatic movement. Its body mass would make it extremely vulnerable in deep water. But here's the twist scientists are still debating. Some recent studies suggest T-Rex may have been faster and more agile than previously thought. Computer simulations of muscle attachment points show T-Rex could generate explosive acceleration, meaning T-Rex might have hunted more like a giant, prehistoric assassin. Short bursts, brutal attacks, then step back and wait for the prey to weaken. Meanwhile, Spinosaurus may have been more of a fish specialist than a land hunter, which means this rivalry might not even be a fair matchup in nature, because they probably lived in different ecosystems. T-Rex lived in North America during the late Cretaceous period. Spinosaurus lived in what is now North Africa. They were separated by millions of years and entire oceans, which means this debate is less about actual combat and more about understanding how evolution builds specialized killers. Nature doesn't create universal super predators. It creates specialists. T-Rex was built to dominate land ecosystems. Spinosaurus was built to dominate river systems. Two different worlds. Two different strategies for survival. Imagine a prehistoric river. Mist rising from warm water. Ancient trees leaning over dark currents. A massive Spinosaurus glides silently beneath the surface. Only its sail cuts through the water like a moving shadow. Then on dry land nearby, T-Rex steps through dense forest. Heavy footsteps. Low vibrations traveling through the ground. Two perfect predators. Never meant to meet, but perfectly engineered for their own domains. Today, paleontologists still argue. Some believe T-Rex remains the ultimate terrestrial predator ever discovered. Others argue Spinosaurus represents a completely new evolutionary experiment in dinosaur predation. Recent fossil scans using advanced imaging technology continue revealing new information. Every year, the story changes slightly, which is what makes paleontology so fascinating. Because dinosaurs are not just history. They are puzzles that are still being solved. Why do we care so much about these ancient monsters? Maybe because they remind us how fragile dominance really is. Millions of years ago, nature had its own version of power struggles. Strength, speed, adaptation, and survival was never guaranteed, even for kings. If forced to choose based on current science, on land, T-Rex likely wins. In water, Spinosaurus dominates. But in reality, nature rarely creates scenarios where such battles happen. Evolution is about coexistence through specialization, not constant warfare. And that might be the most powerful lesson these dinosaurs leave behind. But here's something even stranger. Scientists are now discovering dinosaurs that may have been even bigger, even stronger, and even more terrifying than both of these giants. Some of them might have hunted in packs. Some might have had intelligence we are only beginning to understand. So the real question isn't just who would win between T-Rex and Spinosaurus. The real question is, what other prehistoric secrets are still waiting, buried beneath our feet? And what if the age of giants was far more complex and far more terrifying than we ever imagined?